on.
Okay, welcome to the February 16th, 2021 Chatham Historical Commission meeting. I notice that I'm not Frank Messina, Bob Lear, the vice chair. Frank is out with some medical issues and hopefully will be back quite soon. Let me get started by calling the roll. I'm here. Sandy?
Present.
Ben, you here yet?
I'm here.
Okay. Stephanie?
Here.
Jane?
Here.
Don?
Here.
Steve?
Here.
Erica? Not here. Okay, I have to read the little speech first. Bear with me. This meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone else is recording the meeting, please notify the chairman. Pursuant to Governor Baker's order, certain positions of the
I need some help in my office. I'm on 2 different phone calls.
Mr. Riley, thank you. You want to mute yourself while I read this spiel?
I'll mute it. Go ahead.
According to Governor Baker's orders imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Chatham Historical Commission is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 508-945-4410, conference ID 252-91656, hashtag. Despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide for real-time access, and we will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. First order of business is the minutes from February 2nd. Any thoughts on the minutes, additions, corrections, whatever?
This is Jane. I was not there at the meeting.
Okay, Michelle will note that for Christina.
I move that we accept the minutes as presented.
This is Steph. I second.
All right, we got to do the roll call thing again. I vote yes. Sandy?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Jane?
What am I hearing? Oh, that noise.
Bill, have you got something on? All right. Don, did you vote?
I vote yes.
And Steve?
Yes.
Okay, we're good. I'm missed out though. Steve, you're voting for Frank. I mean, you're the alternate for Frank, okay?
Very well. Thank you.
And does the chair vote yes?
Yes, I think I started with that. Thank you, Don. Or not. Okay, we have one public hearing today. It's application number 21-005, a demolition delay under Chapter 158 for 517 Stony Hill Road, filed by Mr. Riley. Mr. Riley, I believe you're here.
Yes, I am.
Along with Kate Earl, I think I see.
I believe Kate's with us.
Well, there's an unfamiliar face that I'm assuming is Kate Earl, but okay, why don't you tell us what you're up to?
Okay, so the Kate and her husband Michael would like to redevelop the property at 517 Stony Hill Road. Right now, the current structure there is a small cottage attached to a workshop / storage facility. In a residential neighborhood, and so they'd like to remove that structure and then construct a new single-family residence in a traditional Cape-style single-family home. And the research I've done, I don't believe, candidly, that the building is old enough to qualify for protection under our bylaw, despite what the assessor's record says. Because, you know, the title search I did, there didn't appear to be, the first deed that referenced the building was in 1950. But, you know, I mean, it could have been built before then. But the building is at least we don't believe there's any historic significance to the building. And, it's completely inappropriate for the neighborhood where it's located. And it's in such poor condition, it's really not capable of being renovated into anything else. Not to mention the fact, they're very, very close to the street and don't meet the appropriate setbacks. So that's basically our presentation. And I would like to not have a demolition delay and move on and turn this property into a property that's suitable for the neighborhood where it's located.
Would it be your position that if we were to impose a demolition delay in the hopes that somebody might want to pick up the building and move it, that would not be appropriate?
That would be our position.
As much as it pains me, I think I'm agreeing with Mr. Riley on a number of things, but any questions from the commissioners?
This is Steph. I just thought it was very dilapidated.
Anybody else?
A great example of benign neglect.
I have to agree with Steve on that.
I've driven by it for years and watched it sort of go downhill.
I agree that it's benign neglect.
What's that noise?
I don't know. Wow.
It sounds like a bird clock, which I have one in my basement. It's in my basement because it's so annoying. Bill, do you have to go to conservation or anything because you're going to be digging up in the resource area?
Yeah, we're going to. That is a funny noise. Yeah, we have to go to conservation both to remove the building and to build a new building. Because if you look on the site plan, the line that goes sort of through the middle of the lot is the 50-foot setback. So that's the 0 to 50 to the north of that is the no disturb zone. So all disturbance has to be located south of that line. And as you can tell, the building does extend into that 0 to 50. So we would, part of our application to conservation would be removing the structure.
Okay. Is that scheduled yet?
No, we're waiting for a site plan. All the engineers are jammed up. We're working with Thad Eldridge, who's very, very busy, and we're sort of next on his list to do the site plan. This is a plan that had come out of his office when they did the septic system for the property. So we were able to use it for this purposes, but we can't use it moving forward because we have to put the new foundation on it. So.
Right. Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, any motions? Clerk? What happened to my clerk?
She's muted.
Can you hear
Sandy?
me? Can you hear
Yes.
me? Okay.
Yes.
I move that the Chatham Historical Commission finds that the building structure located at 517 Stony Hill Road is not historically significant because it does not meet any of the definitional criteria in paragraph 158-2 A, B, or C of the bylaw. Therefore, the commission does not impose a demolition delay.
This is Steph. I'll second.
Before we vote on it, any members of the public around that would like to comment? Okay, we'll do a roll call again. Sandy,
Yes.
Ben,
Yes.
Steph,
Yes,
Jane,
Yes,
Don,
Yes,
Steve.
Yes.
The chair votes yes, unanimous. Mr. Riley, thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the time the commission puts in.
Okay, moving along, that's our public hearing business. Old business, the proposed zoning bylaw changes to enhance historic preservation. We were waiting for some, from the last meeting, a review of the Cape Cod Commission graphics and an update by Ms. Sabatino. I understand we did not yet get the graphics from the Cape Cod Commission, and in addition, Ms. Sabatino has been called elsewhere for a meeting, so we'll defer that until March 2nd. Next item on old business is the Stage Island Coast Guard Boathouse, Form B, et cetera, and an update on Select Review Board. For those of you that didn't watch the Selectmen's meeting on February 9th, there was a good deal of discussion about whether to accept this or not and how to go about the details of funding any differential between the town putting up a new building on the property or taking this one and revamping it. And there were some offers of cooperation by, amongst others, the Monomoy Yacht Club. And in my impression was a good deal of public opinion in favor of taking it and at least allowing the process to go on and further planning. I don't think the town is necessarily committed to doing anything with it yet, but they can change their mind on it if nothing comes out. So that's the update. Anybody else have any information on what's happening with the boathouse? David Doherty is going to be following up with the various options. So we'll hopefully have an answer by next month or not. Well, probably not. In the middle of March, maybe we'll have some further real information. Preservation awards. We have 5 nominations. Stephanie, do you know any more about what's going on?
it's not me, it's Sandy.
Sandy, I'm sorry. Ms.
Bob,
Porter?
can you hear me? Bob,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay. Frank, I attended the meeting with Michelle, and we've approved all 5. The meeting is going to be, or the award ceremony is going to be May 16th. And I think that I need to come by and see Michelle either this week or the very first part of next week, because I need to send out the letters and make the phone calls, giving the notification to these 5 applicants. But I think we're moving right along. Kevin and Gayleen from the Historical Society are very helpful and very involved in this. And we can't do it without Michelle, and she's really the glue that holds us all together. So there you have it. And Shell Bell, I'll be in to see you this week sometime, or the very first part of next week.
Okay, so we'll have to do our meeting over the phone or on Teams because the building is still closed to the public.
Ah, okay, yes.
Sorry, Sand. We'll figure it out.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, good. Thank you. The application process guidelines, et cetera. Michelle, do you have an update on that?
So I'm in the process of working on revising the application and whatnot. And I plan to have something for the commission's review on March 16th, but I don't have anything for you today in that respect. I do, however, in skipping ahead, just if I may, an application for the admin review process that I put together and reviewed with Katie. That's in your package as well.
Yep.
Okay, yep, that's under my next report. You just reported on it. The status of the current administrative reviews. We have 875 Orleans Road. Michelle, did you have anything to present on that, or?
Yes, I believe Ally is doing the sharing for me, and I believe I sent something. Ally is with us, as a matter of fact. So I'm sure that she will share something momentarily. There you go. There it is.
Okay, Frank and I both looked at this. It's, you probably noticed it if you drive out Orleans Road. It's right at the little hill up looking out on Riders Cove where there's a little small parking area down below. You probably zip right by it. Looking at the assessor's records, looks like all the windows in the house were done in the 2000s. And what the historical part is was kind of lost on me. I guess there's some bit of a shell there, but hard to tell. Sorry, that's me. Hold on. Okay. And Frank and I, as I say, looked at it. We independently determined that there was no particular historical aspect to this house. And since the windows had all been done, maybe it looked more historical when the original windows were there, but this would qualify for administrative review. And we each determined that a hearing would not be necessary. So there it is. Any questions about that? Hearing none, is there a motion to ratify the chair and the vice chair's report?
Yes. Can you hear me, Bob?
Yes.
I move that the Chatham Historical Commission ratify the decision of the chair, Frank Messina, and vice chair, Robert Lear, that the property located at 875 Orleans Road meets the criteria for the administrative review and does not need to come before the commission.
Steph, I'll second.
All right, thank you. Lost my roll call sheet. Sandy, your vote, please.
Yes.
Jane, your vote.
Yes.
Ben,
Oh, right.
Yes.
As I say, I just put my roll call sheet someplace else. Who am I missing here? Don,
Yes.
Stephanie, did I get you?
Yes.
All right, and Steve.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Okay, we have ratified that. Administrative review application fee and determination of historical significance. Michelle and I are going to have a discussion and also add Don on and hopefully Frank, just so we clarify exactly what we're up to there. But it's more of a clarification than any change of process. Demolition delays. I don't see anything on there that particularly impacts us. The only one is Shell Drive that's currently lurking out there. I don't know what happened to Conservation Commission meeting on February 10th. Anybody have any words of wisdom on that? No.
I don't know anything about Conscom, but I want to say that I heard it was continued, and it's been continued again for zoning board as well.
That would be normal. Conscom used to think that it has the last say, so it's continued to zoning for March 11th. I don't frankly think there's any particular conservation issues about the old portion of the building. It's the new one, which is at best problematic. And we're still waiting for information about the Monomoy Theater property. HBDC approved the demolition, but then we need to go to the planning board for the subdivision approval. They're going to tear down the other, I'll call them ancillary facilities, and leave the main house and the theater, or the main building. And planning board has to weigh in on what they do with the rest of the property. And that's it from my point of view. Any other, Ms. Briggs, do you have any words of wisdom for us? It's nice to see you. You're muted.
Oh, I see. My video is not muted, but I was so sorry. Well, I just enjoy listening to your conversations and your wisdom, and I really have nothing additional to say. But thank you for all your hard work.
Have fun in Florida.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Ellen? Oh, I lost you.
Yes.
Would
No,
you
I'm
give
here.
me a call when you have a chance? I need to talk to you about the windmill and a photograph.
Oh, sure. Will do.
Thank you.
Can you just call me when you're done there? I'll be
Sure.
available to you.
Yes,
Okay,
of
you have my number.
course.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bob, may I ask a question about the administrative review form?
Of course.
Okay, so I'm assuming that everyone's had a chance to look at it, and I wonder if we should take a vote to adopt it.
I thought you told me you wanted to make some changes. Are you okay with it as is?
No, that's the actual application for a review. This is the application for the administrative review. The other application that I'm reviewing and will have to you on March 16th is the actual application that someone submits for a public hearing.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
Sorry.
I had a look at this and it seems to capture what we're doing. It's obviously the process is a work in process,
Yes.
but I think with something to get started that's captures what we want to have without getting into the full aspect of an application. So it looks good to me. Anybody else have some thoughts on this application?
Bob, it's Don.
Yep.
Is it possible, and this I guess is a question to Michelle, to have the photographs right side up instead of sideways? It's very difficult to view them when they're sideways.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So I usually get them from the applicants as a PDF, and I don't have the ability to change that. But from now on, I will print them out and reorient them and send them to you that way. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. It would make it easier. That's all.
Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you. I can understand that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Bob, the 670 Old Harbor Road, is that on the schedule for today?
No, it's scheduled for the 2nd, Michelle.
Yes, the 2nd of March. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, it's 670 Orleans, Old Harbor Road, but yes.
Oh,
I had asked
Harbor, yes.
Ben to go by and have a look just to see what he thought.
Oh, cool.
Anybody else? Questions, whatever? Don, your hand's still up. Do you still have a question? Would somebody wish to make a motion about approving this application?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes. Clerk Porter.
I move the approval of the application for administrative review and approval as presented today and reviewed today.
Steph, I'll second.
All right, found it. Okay, voting, we're not voting. Sandy?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Shane?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
The chair votes yes, unanimous. All right, Michelle, you're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, that, I think, yes, runs the agenda. Yeah. Anything else that anybody has to comment or any requests for future agenda items or stuff like that?
Just out of curiosity, this is Sandy. Michelle, what do we have coming up on the for March 2nd?
For March 2nd, we have two public hearings. 305 Main Street is back, so you'll hear that under Chapter 158 and the Cape Cod Commission substantial alteration. And then we also have that's a partial demolition. We also have a full demolition request for 57 Wadsworth Road.
Okay.
A fair warning, 305 Main Street may take a little while.
Are we expecting our chairman, Mr. Messina, to be back joining
I hope
us?
so. I hope you are, because your vice chair is recused from that particular item.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But he was talking about tuning in today, but not participating. So my anticipation is he'll be up and jogging around town by March 2nd.
All righty. That's good to know.
Do you have another motion, clerk, you'd like to make at this point? Doesn't seem to be anything else going on.
Okay, Vice. I move that we adjourn the meeting.
This is Steph, I'll second.
Okay, one more roll call, I think. Sandy,
Yes?
Ben,
Yes.
Steph,
Yes,
Jane,
Yes.
Don.
Bob, I'd like to compliment you on a nice short meeting. Yes, and I vote yes.
Thank you.
Nice job, Bob.
Steve, you're a yes too?
I am as well.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you
fantastic
all
job, Bob.